Hello, students. Today we start with a new chapter, chapter number 2, Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants. This chapter is from Unit 6, Reproduction. In today's presentation, we are going to study 2.1 LS of flower, longitudinal section of flower, and 2.2 pre-fertilization, structure and events. According to the syllabus, we must know 2.1 LS of flower, 2.2 for pre-fertilization, structure and events. In that, the 3 points are there: stamens, microsporangium and pollen grains. That is the first point under 2.2. Second point is pistil, megasporangium, ovule, embryo sac. Third point is pollination, kinds of pollination and agents of pollination. 2.3 double fertilization. There we have to study outbreeding devices, pollen pistil interaction and artificial hybridization. 2.4 post fertilization, structure and events. In that we have to study endosperm development, embryo development and seed formation. And the last point is apomixis and polyembryony. In today's presentation, we are going to study 2.1 LS of flower and 2.2, that is first point, stamen, microsporangium and pollen grains. First, longitudinal section of a flower. So flower is a specialized reproductive shoot for sexual reproduction in angiosperms. The stalk of the flower is called as a pedicel. Swollen part of pedicel is called as a thalamus. On the thalamus, the four whorls are arranged. A typical flower consisting of four whorls, namely calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Calyx, it is the first whorl in a flower and its unit is called sepal. Corolla, it is the second whorl in a flower and its unit is called petals. Third, androecium. It is the third whorl and male part of the flower and its units are called stamens. Fourth, gynoecium. It is the innermost whorl and female part of the flower. Its unit is called carpel. So, in a typical flower, four whorls are there: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Calyx unit is sepal, corolla unit is petal, androecium is made up of stamens and gynoecium it is made up of pistil or carpel. Out of these four whorls, the first two whorls, calyx and corolla, they are known as the accessory whorls, and androecium and gynoecium, they are called as reproductive whorls or essential whorls. So in this diagram, you can easily see all the four whorls. That is, the first is the sepals. That is the calyx. It is made up of sepals. Second whorl is the corolla. It is made up of petals. Third is the androecium, which is consisting of stamens. So here you will find the stamens, which is having anther and filament. And the last whorl is the gynoecium. It is also called as a carpel or pistil. And in the gynoecium, you will find stigma, style and ovary. So these are the parts of the carpel, and carpel is the innermost whorl. So this is the longitudinal section of the bisexual flower in which all the four whorls are present. Next, pre-fertilization, structure and events. In that, first point is stamen, microsporangium and pollen grain. So stamen, it has a slender stalk called as a filament. At the tip, it contains a bilobe structure called as an anther. So here you will find a typical stamen, and here you will find the elongated part. This is called as a filament, and here the bilobed structure, which is called as an anther. And generally, anthers are bilobe that contains two theca, that they are separated by a longitudinal groove. So you will find the two lobes that contain the theca, and they are separated by the longitudinal groove. So here you will find the structure of a typical stamen. Next is structure of microsporangium. The TS of anther consists of four-sided microsporangia, two in each lobe. Microsporangia develop into pollen sac. Inside this pollen sac, pollen grains are present. So here you will find a TS of anther showing the four-sided microsporangia in each lobe. And here they are mainly consisting of four layers. The first layer is called as a epidermis, outer single layer of protective cells. This is called as a epidermis. Next layer is endothecium. It is a single layer of cells. It helps to release pollen. The third one is middle layer. It is formed by 3 to 4 layer of cells. And the innermost layer is called as a tapetum, which is mainly provide nutrition to the developing microspores. So in this TS of anther, you will find the four layers, that is epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, and tapetum. And inside you will find sporanginous tissue is present. Here, pollen grain. Pollen grains are spherical in shape. It has two layers, outer called exine and inner intine. The exine is made up of an organic compound called sporopollenin. It is very hard and resistance organic compound. No one enzyme known to be degrade this one. The exine has a prominent pore called germ pore. So outer layer covering the pollen grain, it is hard because of the presence of this sporopollenin. As the pollen grain matures, it contains two cells. The bigger is the vegetative cell and smaller is the generative cell. The generative cell divides mitotically into two male gametes. So here you will find the pollen grain, which is having two protecting walls, outer exine and inner intine. And exine is hard because of the sporopollenin. Then there are two cells. The larger is called as a vegetative cell, which is having a irregular nucleus and reserve food material. Whereas the second cell, generative cell is smaller one. This generative cell is having dense cytoplasm and prominent nucleus. So in today's presentation, we have studied longitudinal section of the flower and what is the structure of a stamen, microsporangium, and the pollen grain. In our next presentation, we'll study about the gynoecium. Thank you.